What is up, y'all? Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Mad Boxing Show. This is your co-host, Miguel Antonio Barragan, a.k.a. Fight Fiend Miggs, coming at you shortly after the fight. Of course, we wanted to touch on a couple of things, joined by, as always, my co-host, Andrew, don't get it twisted, Lapachet. We have a lot on our minds, obviously, as I'm sure many of us do, after the turn of events or events that transpired tonight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. We want to touch on a couple of things. Of course, the fight just ended, or I should say the post-fight press conference, and we took a lot of notes, and we have some things that we wanted to get off our chest. And since it's all fresh in our brain, of course, we want to get out to you as soon as possible and not wait until the following Sunday, Sunday morning/afternoon to get it out to you. Since everything is nice and fresh in our brains, we want to get that content out to you ASAP. I want to talk about a couple of things here. First and foremost, we're going to touch on the fight. Afterwards, we're going to touch on the weigh-ins because I think there's some stuff in there that's going on that I don't think people are paying attention to. But let's go ahead and start with the fight. I'm going to hand it off to Andrew. Andrew, what did you see, and did you score it? How did you score it?
I did score it. I had Haney winning at the end of this fight, but listen, he got dropped a lot of times, man. He got dropped a lot of times. He looked bad. He looked hurt in a lot of these rounds. So I don't, the judges that scorecards are kind of far for Garcia.
Yeah, they were. Which, by the way, not to interrupt, but I'm going to read them to you here real quick.
Okay.
112, 112. That's the draw, right? 114, 110. 115, 109. I believe that's what it was. I haven't looked it up, but I just was reading off or listening to it as they were reading it off. So I want to say those are the correct scores. But yeah, 115, 109. Okay.
It's possible. I would like to see the scorecards. It's possible he takes the 12th round just because of momentum. And Haney didn't fight, man. The fight was out of Haney in the 12th.
He was moving forward though, because that's kind of what it seemed like.
He was moving forward. He's moving forward, but he's not punching. You know what I'm saying? And I think these judges have just given Ryan 4 rounds in a row, 2 of them by 2 points. It's a wipeout at the end here. I called the fight tonight. I don't know if you seen that on my Facebook, but I did. I called the fight for all the people that can't watch the pay-per-view. Play-by-play, yes, sir.
Okay.
And I wasn't shocked on how Ryan won. Miguel, I think we both said it. There was always a but at the end of our digging Ryan for the way he promoted this fight, the way he was training. We were always, but he has the left hook. But he has the speed, right? That's all that won him this fight tonight. Listen to me. There was no jabs. There was no right hands.
No body shots. No cutting off the ring.
He's turning his back. It's illegal as fuck. How that's not warned or a point deducted by round 12 is beyond me, but that's not Ryan's fault. That's the Haney's fault. Why didn't they warn the ref? They're doing it during the fight. Oh, he's turning his back. No shit, he did that the last fight. You guys didn't talk about this? I love that Haney tried to expose that by just landing those right hands. Oh, I love that. Shame on his dad for not warning the ref about the illegal stance. This is the fucking pros. We learn not to turn our back in the amateurs. How does he get away with that for 12 rounds? Literally, one time he put his hand out, too. He turned his back and put his hand out. In the amateurs, you might get a standing 8 count for that shit. Hello? Anyways, it was not his game plan. Whoever at the post-fight press conference said great game plan, eat a dick, fool. It's what he said, man. God blessed him with speed and a left hook. Natural speed and a natural left hook. That's what he has, right?
Sure.
Why was Haney moving into the left hook on some of those rounds? It's the only punch he has. Make him beat you with the right hand. But I stay circling to the left. The whole fucking fight would have been to the left. What?
And how low that left hand. I mean, the right hand of Haney's was like there were times where he was hurt, and I'm like, okay, so go ahead and clinch, right, and shake the cobwebs off. But then he would have his hand still down here. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it so low? Like, hello, bring that right hand back up. What the hell, you know? So a couple of times, and you know, he said this, you know, during the post-fight interview inside the ring. I kind of slept on him. I kind of slept on this. What? You fucking fought up 6 times in the amateurs, and then now, like, how are you? And then he says, like, we trained for it, but I slept on him.
And Miguel, really? Everyone, Universal. Well, he has the left hook. Everybody knows this punch. Oh, I slept on it. You know, they talk about the father-son relationship in boxing and how sometimes you can only go so far with your dad, and then your dad doesn't know anymore, right? He hasn't been taught by the legendary trainers. He hasn't been a professional boxer, been there, done that, know what to do. There was some major flaws in the Haney's game plan tonight. Circling into the left, sleeping on the fucking left, not having a game plan to nullify the one punch.
Yeah, the one, and you know, granted, it's quite the trick, but ultimately it's a one-trick pony. That's ultimately what it is. He is, you know. Again, it's quite the fucking trick. God damn it, he gets to people, but it's like you nullify that shit, and he's a sitting duck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you said, make him beat you with that right hand, and obviously that's not what transpired. On my scorecard, I did have Haney winning as well, even with the knockdowns, because one knockdown was kind of sort of nullified with that point deduction, so it wasn't a 2-point round. It was just a 1-point round. I had Haney 113-111, so it was still close, obviously, because of the knockdowns. And I'm trying to do it. When I do it, I try to do the tally and the total at that moment. And I'm watching it with my dad, and my dad fucking doesn't stop talking. I'm trying to add it over here, and I'm like, Dad, I'm trying to add the fucking points. Hang on a second. So I still had Haney winning. The point deduction, I was watching the post-fight press conference, and they were talking, Ryan and his team, because Devin didn't come to the post-fight presser, probably went to the hospital to get his jaw looked at or whatever.
Yeah,
but
fractured at least.
Yeah, at least, right? And they were like, oh, that's bullshit. It's like, why you like? What, he's separating you, and then you still threw a fucking punch. Like, what is he gonna? What do you think he was gonna do? You know, like at that moment, he had already warned both of you guys because of how much clinching that was going on, and then you throw that punch as the referee's trying to separate you. So no, it's not bullshit, bro. Like, what the hell was referee? The referee needed to take control somehow. So, totally understandable on that one there. But there were still 2 other knockdowns, or how many? I don't even.
Yeah. There's 2 other knockdowns. Yes.
Other knockdowns that ultimately made the difference. I still had Haney winning. It was him. It was one of those more rounds than points kind of thing. He ultimately ended up on my scorecard at least.
I have Haney up in round 8, and I stopped scoring because it started going downhill for Devin Haney at that point. But I still had him up in round 8. I would have to go back and watch the last 4 rounds to see what my true scorecard is. But I mean, we know round 11 is a huge round for Ryan. He gets 2 points on that. So, I mean, he's winning on my scorecard from just round 11. If I was, and I don't know what the next 3 rounds, what the score would be. But either way, Devin didn't deserve the win, in my opinion. Okay? He really didn't. I don't like how he looked at the end of this fight. I don't like how he finished this fight. He didn't finish this fight like a champion. Yes, he stood in there for 12 rounds, but where's the desire to win? And I get it. It could have been that Ryan's speed had finally gotten to you, but you didn't know how to get away from the left hook. What? You're like, man, that left hook is dangerous. Guess I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did you train for the last 6 to 8 weeks or whatever the hell it was? Like that's I'm not buying that story of like I just slept on it. Like I don't know about that, bro.
I'll give you the real story. You want the real story of why he lost this fight? So I'm going to tell you right now. I'm pointing out that Bill Haney failed his son on the game plan, right? He failed his son on adjustments during the fight, right? And he failed his son on Friday afternoon or Friday morning. Listen to me. Devin Haney should have won this fight at the scales, and I'll tell you why. Ryan Garcia was so freaking crazy. And I want to talk about that too. I'm not letting this young man off the hook just because he gets a fucking victory. Now everything he said is all cool. We were just playing, guys. You guys thought I was crazy?
Yeah.
That's not funny.
I showed you how crazy by winning. Like, no, you're still crazy, motherfucker. But
and it's not funny.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's get back to Bill. 3.2 pounds overweight is not done by accident. Miguel, you pointed out that Devin looked gaunt.
Yes.
Drained.
You see it in his cheekbones. Yep. He looked bad. Yeah.
Ryan comes in drinking a fucking beer.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me right now, you guys? No one's seeing that? The other guy, look. The other dude.
Yeah. Double fisting like Stone Cold beers while he's hopping on the fucking scale.
3 pounds in the boxing world is almost another division.
Yes, it is in the smaller weight classes.
We're getting there, right?
118. Yes.
That $1.5 million bonus, and I know the commission's going to have to do something on the fine. I get that. But the 1.5 isn't worth what his son took tonight. He took a defeat. He took a broken, fractured jaw at the very least, and he took a broken spirit. He broke his spirit tonight, you guys. There is a fucking blueprint out on Devin Haney now, and it's go for the chin. He ain't got it. You know, this is Emmanuel Stewart when he goes, I was just waiting for them to find out when Tommy Hearns, when they were going to expose his chin, and then Leonard does in the 14th round of the first fight. Everyone knew, oh, okay. He's beatable. Devin Haney is very beatable after tonight. So why on that scale, when Ryan fucked up as much as he did, he's basically making a mockery of our sport.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and please mention that when what him tweeting about it, what he's basically just admitting to. But
yes. Yeah, bro. He's making a mockery of the sport. He comes in 3 pounds overweight drinking a fucking beer. And we hear it might be sparkling water, but it was in a Corona bottle.
Regardless, he was.
Don't text me with it wasn't a beer.
Yeah.
It was a fucking juice. We know what he's doing there, right? He's making a mockery. He then admits on fucking social media that he does it on purpose. Dude, you walk from this kid. This kid didn't deserve what he got tonight. And I'm sorry, I know Ryan's like Jesus, but Ryan, right now you look like a lying ass Christian, because one day it's Jesus, then it's I'm marrying a porn star, I'm dating this other girl, I kissed her, we didn't have sex, but I kissed her. Fuck all you guys, suck my dick. This is not Jesus don't roll with you like that, bro. Sorry. He ain't in the back seat while you're talking and drinking like that. I'm sorry. And the Christians don't just do prayers and sins are forgiven. You get to get another green card, or not a green card. What's the get out of jail free card? There you go. Yeah. You don't get a get out of jail free card on this religion, on any religion. So miss me with the Jesus this, Jesus that. He needs to learn. Ryan needs to learn. He can't do this to us again. And bro, let me tell you, the post-fight doesn't sound like he learned a damn thing, because I don't know. He goes up there and he's like, yeah, I told you I could drink, I could smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, though. And shortly after that, he's like, oh, I'm just kidding, y'all. You're just joking a joke. Like, when is that shit going to stop? When are you going to stop kidding like that, bro? Like, you can't do that, especially when you were crying fucking that shit sometime earlier, with your mental health issues, and now you're fucking making a mockery out of it. But, like, if anything, the win solidified that he can get away with this shit, and he's going to continue to do it until eventually somebody's going to expose his ass. But it's funny that you mentioned his chin or fucking Devin Haney's chin, because my dad was telling me that same shit. And my dad is from that era because he remembers Tommy Hearn, right? I mean, we all do, obviously, but
yes.
it was around his time when he was younger. And he was like, the second they touch his ass, he goes down. And I was damn near arguing with my dad, like, no, Dad, damn it, Devin fucking, he's smaller and he killed himself, right? And then you're echoing the same thing, like it's the blueprint is out there. It's his fucking chin. But I don't want to taint the victory because ultimately Ryan got it, but it was on top of the fact that he deliberately cheated.
Yeah, you don't have to taint it.
Cheated. Yeah,
the 3 pounds taints it.
Tainted it. And then what's his name? Devin actually making the fucking weight. And I wanted to ask this question to you again, because we'll get into it momentarily, but the ramifications of that, of like, the consequences of Bill and Devin, should they have been like, no, we're out. You deliberately fucking missed weight. We're out of here. Bounce it, right? Kind of thing. What ripples would I have sent through the rest of the boxing card, the boxing world, I should say, the fight card, the pay-per-view? Because really, prior to the weigh-in, there was 2 title fights. There was that one, and then one of the other ones was like an interim title fight at the flyweight and super flyweight, I think, was it flyweight? And without this one, that was the only other title fight on the card, and on the fucking the second fight of the pay-per-view. And that let's say, for the sake of argument, that doesn't happen. Like how much, damn it, what is the lesser of 2 evils? The fight completely being canned, but the pay-per-view still going on, of course, or what happened, with Ryan ended up winning? Which do you think is the worst for the sport, I guess?
Because Ryan was so off the wall, no one would have blamed Devin when he comes in 3 pounds heavy. Nobody's blaming Devin for walking. You know what they would have said, Miguel? Ryan didn't deserve the fight. Not only did he make our sport look like a mockery this whole tour, now you come in 3 pounds heavy drinking a beer on the scale? Fuck him. Fuck him. Send his ass down the river. We're done with Ryan Garcia. Let him go fight Fundura at 154. That's what everyone would have said. Everybody in that arena would have blamed Ryan Garcia, because you know what? You were fucking with us this whole fucking time. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to bite both of his ears off. I'm fucking dating girls during fight week. I'm in the club. I'm singing songs. I'm at the Nate Diaz press conference. He went out Monday and Tuesday night. Like, the dude was a total jackass, bro. No one would have blamed Devin. And 3 pounds, we all know in boxing, is fucking serious. Why Bill didn't take it serious? I have no fucking clue. I really don't. But as a dad and a fucking trainer, no, you're not fighting 3 pounds overweight when my son died to make 140. You cheating fuck. Now, if it's ounces, all right. If he goes for,
he got close to it.
Yeah, if he goes to the sauna and tries to sweat it out, comes back looking like, then maybe we'll work with you. But to sit there and fucking go on the internet and be like, yeah, I never tried. You guys think I was going to kill myself to make that weight? So, bro, he trained for 143. He trained for it. He didn't.
Funny? During the post-fight press conference, he mentioned how he killed himself to make 135 or 136, whatever it was when he did it, right? So now he's in Gervonta's position, right? I mean, like, that's right, I beat his ass, right? And like completely forgetting that he was where Devin is now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and granted, it was a little bit of a different scenario because he did go up and then come back down. But nonetheless, he didn't try to make that fucking weight while Devin did and made it. Fuck trying. He actually fucking did it. So the fact that he's showing such little grace, it's rubbing me the wrong way so fucking bad that he really thinks he got one over on us.
Oscar,
so much so that he's like, see, I told you it was gonna work. It's like, but you fucking cheated, homie. Of course it was gonna fucking work if you cheated.
That's why Bill's stupid. Do you see why he was dumb for taking this?
Yeah.
And then Oscar, to call your guy a champ at the presser, stop it, bro. No fucking champ. Your dude was overweight by 3 pounds.
No, that's the bullshit. And
Bill,
everybody else had that blueprint, right? We mentioned it before. Diego Corrales and fucking Jose Luis Castillo too, right? He came in and he fucking mopped the floor with Corrales in that rematch. And then, with Marquez and Mayweather afterwards, it's like was social media even a thing back then? I don't know, but to the point where there's like flat out admitting, even if you did do it on purpose, which I'm sure Castillo did, and I'm sure fucking Floyd did, you don't admit it. You don't fucking admit it. Like, how much worse?
I know
that you just straight out being like, yeah, I definitely cheated, and I got away with it, pretty much. And the fact that he won is gonna like stroke his ego so much more that he's gonna be willing to do it again.
He had 3 pounds of muscle on Devin, not 3 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
On Friday, he's in better shape than Devin Haney. We know that because he said he trained to do that. Did you hear him at the presser say, I haven't been under 143 in my last 3 fights? What the fuck, you guys? What if I'm Devin Haney? I'm looking at my team and I'm going, what the fuck?
And the audacity of Oscar is like, well, now Ryan, now he's calling the shots. Now, with this, like, what, dude? Like, what? So he deliberately cheats and he gets the victory, and then that we're okay with that. We're gonna completely just forget about everything else that he's admitting to. Like, oh god damn it, what is this show? And one thing I want to bring up, you mentioned it, the bet, right? How 500,000 per every pound, whatever the fuck, ultimately totals 1 million or 1.5, whatever the fuck it is, not being worth the ass whooping that Devin just got. Are we seeing? Could it be irreparable? Could it be like the kind of ass whooping that maybe Chavez gave Taylor, or maybe I'm trying to think of another example, Cotto Margarito?
We won't know how bad it is until his next fight, but I can tell you that it's not looking good as far as the future because of the chin that Devin Haney possesses. Devin Haney now has been hurt in fucking 4 fights. He's been dropped 3 times. It's only going to get harder. The opponents were only going to get better. Hell, we were talking about Telefimo Lopez. We're talking about Terrence fucking Crawford. Yeah, right. Terrence Crawford to knock your ass out in 5 rounds, dude. Seriously, that boy puts the pressure on you. You're folding. Because you almost folded tonight by a guy with 1 fucking punch. 1. And you knew what punch it was, and you couldn't stop it.
It was no secret what punch it was going to be.
Terrence and Telefimo can go left or right. No.
So you think that would be the case, even if he's not at 140 anymore? Like, even if he doesn't do that, because I mean, granted, no, you can't take away the ass whooping; it's already been given, so you can't take that away. But if we're talking about him not killing himself to make 140, let's just say for the sake of argument, because they both mentioned as soon as in the interview given in the ring, Ryan was asked by Chris Mannix, would you be willing to do a rematch? He says, fuck yeah, let's run it back. Same thing with Devin. Devin says, yes, let's run it back. Obviously, it's not going to be at no goddamn 140 or 143. 147 or 154, maybe that's too much, but 147?
Did you see how fast Ryan turned around when he said, yeah, let's run it back, and then just immediately turns around and walks away? Ryan Garcia, I don't think, wants to fight for Eddie Hearn or De La Hoya. Ryan's trying to find his way over to Al Heyman. That's why he keeps calling out Al Heyman guys. I wanted Raleigh. I wanted to fight Fundura. You know what I mean? He keeps calling out PBC guys because he's already been in bed with all Joe Goosen PBC, Derek James PBC. His mentor is Floyd Mayweather. Who's Floyd Mayweather fuck with PBC? Like, I know they had their little riff in this fight there. I guess they were going against each other, but he was just, oh no, that was Haney on. No, yeah. So Garcia's been fucking with Floyd. I think it's all show what he's doing with Oscar and them right now. Tonight they feel good, they got the win, but deep down he's already made his bed over with Al Heyman. I think he wants to go over there and sleep in it. Why the Fundura fight, dude? Where the fuck did this come from? And even he goes, yeah, I know it's hella random. No, someone put that in your ear, okay? Don't give me that bullshit. It's hella random. I had a vision. You had a vision from Floyd. You know what I mean? Floyd said it, and then you're like, oh yeah, you thought about it, and was like, oh yeah, it was my vision. It's a stupid fight too. I'm not even interested in Ryan Garcia at 154. I'm really not. It's 147. He has to, because if it's true about him not being able to get under 143, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like liars, liars. You haven't been a junior welterweight for fucking over a year. Is that what you're telling us?
His new name is Lion Ryan. Lion Ryan. That's gonna be his fucking gimmick now.
Not
Lion
very
Ryan.
Christian-like, but whatever.
I know, right? Yeah, that's another thing. It's just like, enough with that shit, bro. Like you're and my dad mentions this a few times when it comes to Chocolatito. Like he does that. Like at the end of every sentence, it's like, "Oh, and God bless everybody. God bless everybody." Like, all right, dude, let's leave that out for now. We're asking about the fucking fight. Just please answer the question about.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Time.
It's gonna get harder for Ryan now with all that talk. You want to know what's going to happen with all that? I made 40 million in my first fight. I'm making 50 million tonight. You want to know what's going to come next, Ryan? All of the nonprofit I Save the Children people. Ryan, we're trying to build a school. Can you give us some money? Ryan, I'm trying to take the kids camping. Can you give me some money? Oh, you don't think those phone calls are coming? They're coming, Ryan. Now put your fucking checkbook where your mouth is, right? You're here to save the children. They're about to start saving.
Yeah, they're about to ask it. They're about to ask it for help.
You ain't waiting till we got some. I'm not even gonna get racist. It's too late in the day to get racist, but they're coming from all sides, bro. They're coming from all sides. They know you got the money. They know you have a bleeding heart to save some babies.
You're a bleeding Christian heart.
I need $1 million. Just 1 million of your 100 million.
To build this church in Victorville, please.
Hey, that's gonna come. They all said it. They've all said it. Hella celebrities like, yeah, that's why we don't like to be too much in the open about how many checks they write, because damn, it's a lot. And if you start telling people how many you're writing, the calls only come in twice as harder. They've even blackmailed celebrities by saying, if you don't write the check, I'll fucking tell the media, I'll tell the fans that you're not writing the check. Oh, shit, here we go. How much do you need?
Yeah.
Here you go, Ryan. Bleed, baby. Go save them babies. And I'm not trying to talk shit. You say it this whole time, now put your fucking checkbook where your mouth is. All right? Go save some kids. Colin Kaepernick, one knock I can't give the guy is he kept with the shit ever since he left the NFL. He got money. He got kicked out. But you know what? The guy stuck with it. Still does all these camps. Does all this stuff for the kids in the Bay Area. You hear about it all the time. So more power to him. You know what? He never stopped. He's doing. That's his thing. Well, there you go, Ryan. Because he's even doing it after the fight. Oh, I was just trying to save them kids, and you guys say I'm crazy. No, bro.
That's what a man does.
No, let me get this straight, Ryan, why I said you're crazy, and I hope you hear this. When you tell me you were tied down watching kids get raped, and you don't do anything about it in the moment, that's why I don't like you. Not that you're trying to bring light to it. It's the way you did it. Because, kid, I don't believe you're a young man. I don't believe you. I don't think you were at the Vatican watching kids get taken into the back room. I don't believe you're at the, how do you say it? The Bimium. What's that island? What's the ritual island? I had it in my fucking head and now it's gone. The ritual island, bro, that he said all the kids, he was there. Everything that the young man said was lies. I get it. But it's how he delivered all of this, how he brought it out. Especially, I have shit on my phone. What?
Yeah.
He told us this. You know, I'm not adding stuff. He's the one that said all this stuff, dude. That's why I didn't like it. Had nothing about you trying to bring light to the children being sex trafficked and all that. That's great. Keep up with it, especially now that the lights are off. Don't stop. They're going to call. Keep it up. I might start a nonprofit. Miguel, you want to start a nonprofit? We got our first donor, baby.
Yeah, right. Like, right. We knew you were playing all along, man. We know,
man.
We knew your Christian heart was so pure. You're just gonna end it up. It's like, this is the Mad Boxing Show Church of Latter-day Saint. Please go ahead. Please donate. If you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior. So one thing that I thought was kind of funny, actually, during the presser, De La Hoya was talking about how much of a success this was in New York, and the fans came through. People were talking about the fight not shouldn't have been taking place on the East Coast. But what will you predict? I guess is the question I'm asking. The pay-per-view buys are going to end up being for this.
Better than
I don't think
better than Gervonta Davis and Frank Martins.
Oh shit! Oh goddamn! Well, that's a low bar. That's a low bar. Shit.
Well,
I thought you were gonna say Tank and Ryan. I was like, hold up, it ain't gonna do more than Tank.
Oh,
and Ryan.
no.
I don't think
No, you know, man, I got a lot of text messages though tonight, Miguel. So he did good. He did good. The fight was on the radar in my house. It wasn't being watched by my daughter did watch it, and she went to my cousin's house to watch it. So my daughter, who really doesn't watch too much boxing, has now watched her second Ryan Garcia pay-per-view. So he did bring that fan base back, right? She's a casual. I gotta say, my daughter's a casual.
Yeah, that's all right.
And he brought her back.
My brother-in-law has my sister and all that.
Yeah,
it happened. Yeah.
So the numbers are going to be good. Look what I said about the bowl. The arena? The bottom bowl was filled. They sure did darken the top. Now you see cell phones up there, but it wasn't like a fucking Beyonce concert or a Taylor Swift concert where it's like, damn, I can't. You could see the lights of the phones just light up the place. You know what I mean? It wasn't that. But you could see there was people up there. They did good. Look at Ryan. He's successful because he has a good smile. I don't knock the kid. He's probably ain't lying about some of the hate on his social media feed is because of his looks. Of course, that's what I think. We've talked about that with Canelo. We talked about that with Oscar. That's one of the reasons why I thought Canelo didn't like Oscar was because Canelo's not above Oscar. And when he was young and he thought he was all hot shit, and then De La Hoya walked in the room and all the girls just said, "Oh shit, Oscar's here." Whoop, went over to him. I think that really pissed Saul Alvarez off. So I even think there was hate between them two on the looks thing. So yeah, I'm not knocking him for saying that. I think that might be there. He needs to learn what he did in this promotional run and fix that. Seriously. And he pissed Bernard off again tonight. Bernard wasn't happy. Bernard was like, you can see the body language between the two, but Bernard's like, man, Ryan, if you would just give 8 weeks of taking that out of your life. And Ryan's like, no, I did it, and I won. And I was like, oh, fuck, here we go.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing, it's because, look, it's going to catch up to him. It's going to catch up. It always does. And that's exactly what everybody says. It's like, I hear it all the time on these behind the music stories, right? On these they'll be partying the night before because they're in their 20s. And then the next day they'll do like an all night concert, Guns N' Roses, whatever the fuck, right? And they pull it off. Well, you can only do that so many times before that shit starts like really wearing you down, and to the point where you start fucking forgetting shit and you start failing and stuff. And eventually, it happens to everybody. When you do that, it's going to erode you like a motherfucker, and it's going to come out at the worst possible time. And usually for professional prize fighters, it's in the ring. So
especially when they're training not to make weight.
Yeah.
You guys, that 3 pounds. Have you guys ever seen what 5 pounds of muscle and 5 pounds of fat looks like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about it, man. Who gives a shit that he got to go out last night and eat a fucking steak with some pancakes in the morning? He didn't. He was losing that muscle tone that fuckface had on the other side because he came in 3 pounds overweight. He was in better shape on Friday. Shame on you, Bill, for not taking that into consideration, for putting all that away. The guy has fucking freakish speed. He has a left hook that knocks people out in one punch. Your son's been hurt, I don't know, 4 times in different fights, right? Once every time, twice. Jojo Diaz, Jorge Linares. Who else hurt Devin?
I think Lomachenko stunned.
Lomachenko, yeah, of course. So he'd been hurt multiple times. You look past all that, we're going to kill him. Everyone says your kid has pillow hands, but you're talking about death? The fuck? And then Ryan Hella even threw a knock on him after the fight. He goes, yeah, he kind of hits hard. He hits harder than I thought. He's still clowning him on those pillow fists. But yeah, no, Bill.
The
Bill,
level of arrogance in his fucking team is Jesus Christ.
yeah, Bill better be humbled tonight. He better be humbled. Hope that his son can come back from this and at least have a career, a decent career. You know, because seriously, it only gets tougher. It only gets tougher from here, and all those badasses know what your son's weak at now, and that's fucking taking a punch, and that's like the most serious thing in boxing. If you can't take a punch, you really don't got an avenue in this sport, and he's getting to the level of opposition that you can't be weak there, man. You really can't.
Can we say that though? Can we say that he can't take a punch? Yeah, granted, he got hurt tonight, obviously, right? But
Miguel,
take all the things into consideration. But he didn't get knocked out. He survived. He took the punches, and he made it the full 12 rounds. Doesn't that, to some degree, say, yeah, he's got the chin, even though he got dropped?
He got the heart. He's got the heart.
All right.
Because he got hurt too many times, man. And then at the end of that fight, his mouth is just open. He just looks like it's out of him. Like, bro, he doesn't throw. I literally said it, and then it's recorded, so you go back and listen to the 12th round. Yes. But I literally said it. He's stalking, but he's not punching. Ryan is dancing. Ryan knows he's winning, and the champ ain't doing shit to get that out of him. It wasn't a good look. That's why I'm not here tonight going, I have Haney ahead, and my son had him ahead, and Miguel had him ahead, and DAZN had it a draw. Listen, I have him winning fucking 5 rounds out of 6 in the first beginning of this fight. He literally loses the first, and then I have him sweeping the next 5.
Yeah, I got you.
And then it just falls apart for him, man. It's all his fault. It's him and his dad. Seriously. Like, when I seen him walking into the left hook, that's the only punch he had.
So let's break that down. First and foremost, stop walking into / ducking into that left hook, because that's really the only, what he's got. Circling away from it, I guess. What else? Go to Ryan's body, because Ryan obviously is going to come in soft.
Oh, dude, he's winning the fight. He's doing everything fine in the first 6 rounds. Just be that guy. You know what I mean? But when he got touched, he loses his confidence. His dad can't bring it back. His dad can't give him any adjustments in the last 4 rounds. In the 12th round, I think I even say he's waiting for the bell to ring. He doesn't want to fight anymore.
Oh yeah, he's just surviving at that point.
Yeah. And it wasn't, surviving. I don't know. I think if Ryan would have went after him, he finishes him. Seriously, if Ryan would have had a killer instinct, I think he beats Devin Haney into a TKO tonight.
I'm not sure if that's what it was, because I kind of get the impression that he would just, and they said, I think Chris Mannix mentioned it, or somebody mentioned it during the broadcast. One of the commentators, is that he fights in spurts. It's almost as if he's got shitty cardio. And
so what are we talking about, Devin or Ryan?
No, Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan giving away basically rounds as he recovers, and then he explodes in whatever round that he knocks him down in, and then he can't capitalize on it because he just fucking blew his wad, and then he has to recover again to then fucking hurt him on the next round again. So that's that. I don't know if that's. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but that. Him
it
not
could be true.
The full 12 rounds. It was like him literally having garbage ass cardio, having to wait, give away rounds, and then recoup, and then load up on one fucking burst of just fire. Boom, 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 boom. Hoping he can take Devin out, and then when he can't, he has to slow down again. He has to recoup again, and then he does it again. So, I don't know that him. Even though coming in the 3 pounds over, I think his conditioning was shit.
Yeah, no, he was going for knockout. In the first round, he hits him with the counter left hook. The next 5 rounds, that's all he's trying to really land, bro. That's what I seen. It was like every time Devin tried to jab, he's wham, wham. He's trying to catch him again. And I was like, I hope he doesn't do this the rest of the fight, because all right, kid, you got him one time in the first round. Let's not bet the whole fight on it. But it worked. He was throwing listen, dude, they only had him with like fucking under 70 jabs in this whole fight. He's not fighting for combos. He's fighting to knock out. You know what I mean? He's throwing all power. Sort of what he did to Duarte too. he kind of changed into a power puncher on the Duarte fight. He wasn't outboxing him or landing combinations. He's standing his ground, and he's landing his heavy shots. He has that. Listen, we all know the punch that you don't see is the one that hurts you. Ryan possesses that punch. You know what I mean? And I think he's relying a lot on that right now. Unfortunately, the guy that we thought was his IQ was way too good to be beat by one hand. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight he was beat by one fucking hand. Look at the highlights. It's a left hook. It's a left.
Coming into the fight.
I know.
Which he knew coming into the fight. So it wasn't like it was a shocker. It's bad enough that he loses to that one hand. It's even worse knowing that he came into this completely aware of it.
Yeah. The whole boxing world was. I know if we go back to our thing, I think you go, but he has the left hook. And I'm like, yeah, we all know he has a left hook, but, you know, he's been a dipshit the whole time. So, no, it was the left hook. So, shame on you, Devin. The whole fucking boxing world told you.
Sleeping on it. And you know what's funny? Shit. It's like a dawn on me fucking. I just like, it's just not earlier in the week it dawned on me what De La Hoya was saying during the press conference. Like, this one matters. This one counts. It's like, oh, I get it now. There's fucking 6 fights and now this is the 7th one, right? The game 7. It just occurred.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're just talking about. I want to talk about the referee real quick. Did he do a good job? Because, like, here's the thing. I wrote it down here a couple of times. There was a few times where it looked like he was helping Haney, and then there was a couple of times where it looked like he was helping Ryan. So shit like Ryan allowing him to turn his fucking back kind of shit. And then with Haney, a few times where like he'd have to like separate him and then like basically give like more space, right? To where it's almost giving Haney more time to recover, basically is what it was. So I'm not sure. I want to say Harvey Dock has been a referee that just kind of came into the mainstream recently because he hasn't called a lot of major fights. That he just recently started calling major fights, and this being one of the that's the most recent one, obviously. But he's been pretty good up until today. And sometimes, like when I saw that, I'm like, I'm not sure. At first, it was him. What I thought seemed as though he was helping Devin recover. I was like, you're giving him a lot more time than you probably should. And then afterwards, the holding, obviously he's trying to survive. I'm talking about Devin. And then with Ryan, not saying, dude, stop turning your goddamn back. You know what I'm saying? Granted, at some point, he just said, fucking Haney, go ahead and punch him in his fucking kidneys or whatever the hell it is. But how good of a job? I mean, you want to stay away out of the fight, right? As a referee, you don't want to be the focal point of the fight. How good of a job do you think the ref did, Harvey Dock?
Points should have been deducted for holding, and points should have
on Devin's side,
on whoever is doing it the most.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say I thought it was Ryan that was holding extremely too much in the middle round. You got to remember, a lot of times in sports, the people that won, for some reason, everyone forgets the flaws of the game. Right? You'll have a football. Yeah. You have a football game. These motherfuckers will be losing 40-7, right? And the second half come back and win by a field goal, and they're like, "Yeah, it was the best game ever. We're going to Super Bowl." It's like, bro, didn't you see it was 40-0 or 40-7 in the first quarter? Yeah, fuck that. We won. Or there's a flag that's thrown. Bro, but you were losing until on that third down, you got the holding call 30 yards down the field to put you in field goal. Fuck that. We won the game. You get that in all sports. Ryan had a lot of flaws tonight. Listen, in the amateurs, we're told not to turn our back. The kid the young man, I keep calling him a kid. I'm 44. He's 25. So I did. The young man turned his back all fucking day, dude. Like, when as a ref do you go, bro, you're not an amateur. If you don't want him hitting you in the fucking back, stop turning around. One time he does this. He literally turned his back and put his hand out to stop Haney from hitting him. That doesn't receive a warning I know in the amateurs, you get an 8 count, bro. You put your hand up and turn away, you're going to get an 8 count. That ref is going to ask you if you're okay. So, listen, points should have been deducted. Bill Haney's the one that failed his kid, though. Not the ref, not De La Hoya, not Ryan. Ryan was giving him the fight. He's outpointing him. I don't know what the official cards say because I know those knockdowns. Dude, there might be a thing where, ref didn't even, one of the judges didn't see the point deduction and gave Ryan a 10-7 round or something. There could be all that going on with these scorecards. We won't know until we see them. But Devin was doing fine until he got exposed. And when he got exposed, he couldn't adjust. He couldn't come. And I won't even say that. You know what? He came back. I was going to say his what is the word when you come back from being hurt?
Yeah, recuperation.
Yes. Recuperation is not that great, but it was. It actually was. You actually in the end, I gave him the 8th round, bro. Right after the 7th, where he's
yeah. You know what? Exactly. I did because it was just that one. It was just like kind of like when Floyd got really hurt against fucking Mosley. Granted he didn't go down, but the bottom line is like he after being hurt that bad where he damn near goes down, he's in control for the rest of the round.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like one of those circumstances.
In the next round
on my laptop, but the scorecards was. But go ahead.
In the next round, Devin comes back. So no, his recuperation skills are there. It's his fucking chin is garbage, bro. Every time he's touched, he's getting wobbled. And that's never good, Miguel. When you're getting hurt where you're bro, in that one knockdown, I thought he was out cold.
Yeah.
He barely makes it up, man. Yeah. His leg is totally frozen. Like he is detached. So no, that's a terrible chin. That's something that's going to be there the rest of his career. That to me, Devin, if you hit him in the sweet spot, it makes his brain jiggle. That's what it is. And you know what? Sometimes fighting professionally at 16, grown-ass men in Mexico will do that to you. Sorry. He was only 16 years old fighting fucking grown men.
They both said that they're willing to run it back. Are we looking at 147 as the rematch? Because obviously it ain't gonna happen. No fucking. Because even afterwards, right? And to some degree, Haney is still in his he's still there, brain wise, because he was like, I'm still the champ. Like obviously because he even with him losing, he doesn't lose the belt because Ryan didn't make weight. So he understands that he's not the champ. But obviously this fight is not going to take place at no fucking 140. Will it take place at a catchweight 144 or some shit, or we just might as well go to 147?
Yeah,
the rematch happens, huh?
You drop the belt and you move to 147. Look, that's the last. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's the last hope that the Haneys have about this chin. Sometimes when you lose too much weight, it'll affect your.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
It's been, dude. We have a certain liquid in our brain that's like, like a gel not gel. It's like another word for it, some plasma or some shit between your skull and the brain or whatever. And when you dehydrate too much, that shit thins out, which leaves you more prone to concussions. So yeah, that absolutely happens. Yeah.
So that's the last chance he has, bro, is that he moves up 7 pounds and that goes away, or at least, you got to hit him a lot harder to get him.
Sure.
But tonight he looked way too vulnerable. It was like, bro, every time that clean punch landed, because I know I can get some punches in this fight where he doesn't go down, but you can clearly see Ryan got his attention again. You know what I mean? And there was even one time where he hurt Ryan with the right hand. Ryan doesn't punch for like fucking a whole minute or so, dude. He takes a right hand. He's just like this the whole fight for like the next 60 seconds, bro. So they hurt each other. I don't. What I want Ryan to know is he can't do this again. This isn't cool how he's promoting these fights. It's not cool to tell kids that you drink every day, that you went to the club on Monday and Tuesday. Like, are you a fuck? And I've said this before about him when he talked about Jesus and then he's wearing the crown on his head. Oh, he's a king, but I'm a king too. That doesn't, and no, you're not a king. I thought there's only one king. There's only one royal family. Like, stop it. He has the jewelry on, but he's saying Jesus. Remember, we talked about this before and it's not going away. I don't want this type of Ryan promoting my sport. I'm glad that you got a great left hook and it was a great fight, but leave the bullshit out, dude. And then the girls is not even his weakest thing. I don't like the sex talk on the kids. I don't like the talk about the Vatican. I don't like that he said he was there witnessing it but didn't do anything about it, but now you want to talk about it. I know it's all bullshit, but just leave all that out of there, man. You are Ryan Garcia now because of what you did in the ring. You can bring you want to bring all light to that other stuff, do it now that the fight's over. Because now you have the name, now you have the money. Now go out there and make a difference with all that stuff, what you want to save or what but don't try to sell a t-shirt during a fight on to save a kid. I don't that stuff, come on. Hey, did you see him bring up that shirt again? You know what I mean?
No,
Did he do anything tonight with the, I'm going to throw out these t-shirts to get everything? No, there's nothing. So stop it. This is when the lights are off is when we're going to know the real Christian that Ryan Garcia is. When the lights are off, not while they're on. I just hope he
cameras are off him.
yeah, I hope he releases all of that or works on that stuff off camera. Bring cameras with you when you do that work. Just not during promoting of a fight, because it's a bad look. It looks like you were bringing all that stuff up just to go viral. You were literally using people to go viral. I know who killed Tupac. I talked to the Pope. He was saying like everything. I'm LGBTQ. He was saying everything to go viral, not to bring light to anything. Like, don't bullshit me. But you can prove me wrong by signing $1 million check to the Andrew Lapichet nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
If you do that,
man of your word.
I'm going to take unprivileged kids camping. I need $1 million bucks, bro.
I want to provide backpacks to underprivileged children in the inner cities of Las Vegas, Ryan.
For a cool 250,000, I will now think that you are a man of your word.
Yes, for only 50 cents a day, you can provide children with meals they don't get to my school.
We're jerks. I know we're jerks. You know what? Miguel,
that's what he gets. That's what the fuck.
Miguel's got me on air at midnight. This is the Andrew you're getting.
Yeah, where I worked this morning. I worked at 4:30 a.m. So I'm so fucking running on fumes of the damn burrito I had earlier. So I'm like, bleh. But we wanted to get that shit out there and make sure that we gave you guys, some fucking content, because all this stuff is still fresh in our minds. And, I found the scorecard. I ended up finding the scorecard. It doesn't look like there are any anomalies, but yeah, it just like one of the fucking judges had it like all damn near from the 6th round all the way. It was basically the 6th round to the end. They gave it one judge gave it to Ryan, the one that was the 115-109 scorecard. It's like, goddamn. Yeah. So here's the thing. So I don't even know if this is fucking scored properly, because he scores it 10-8 -1. I think it is. Never mind. I think it is. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure there are any anomalies because I haven't read that.
On all 3 cards, what is the 12th round on all 3?
Let me see. So on Max DeLuca, it is Ryan. He wins it 10-9. On Eric Marlinsky, what the fuck his name is, that is given to Ryan as well. And then last one, Robin Taylor, also Ryan. Yeah. They all gave fucking Ryan I gave it to fucking Haney, for Christ's sakes, because it's moving forward primarily. Like you mentioned, he wasn't throwing anything, but still, he was moving forward. But if nothing else, he has ring generalship. That's the criteria on.
So now, if you give that round to Devin, does it change anything? On any of the cards, see. 115.
No, the card with the draw, that just goes to Haney. The card with the 110, 114, no, it's just a 2-point swing, so it still goes in the favor of Garcia. And then the other one, definitely not. 109, 115.
All right, so
it doesn't make a difference.
So it doesn't make a difference, even though they probably I don't think they got it wrong. I knew that round was like that because Devin just didn't look like he wanted to fight anymore. He really didn't. He's just following. He's not punching. And Ryan's over there moonwalking, dancing. Like, come on.
I thought it was gonna suffer the same fate as his fucking promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, with Trinidad. I was like, you son of a bitch, you're gonna give up this round, and then you're gonna look back.
But he dropped him twice in round 11, Miguel. And Oscar didn't do that to Tito. Or is it round 10? Is it round 10 or 11 he drops him twice?
I think he drops him once in each round. Yeah.
Okay.
And one in 10 and one in 11. Yeah.
So that's the difference right there, bro. That's what got him. That's why he's able to dance in round 12.
And still win the round. And still win the round, mind you, because he still gets the round on all three judge scorecard. Damn, what a fucking trip. Well, I mean, it was good. I'm hoping that we get a rematch. At this, I would hope that this shit doesn't happen again as far as like the damn debacle at the weigh-in, right? But who the fuck knows really at this point with Ryan's shit. But it's looking like, at least that they made it seem, a rematch is possible, even though I don't remember there being any sort of rematch clause or anything like that. So we're looking at a potential rematch. If not, we've already heard Ryan talking about going to 154 and fighting Fundora. I don't know. He gets to cut the line, I suppose, because he is who he is. And, he...
Oh, Oscar already threw that in. Oscar already said it. He calls all the shots. Now, Oscar turned his back towards against Bernard, because I don't think Bernard's on board with this, but Ryan's the man now. He calls all the shots. If he tells me to bend over, guess what the fuck Oscar De La Hoya does? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with Oscar.
He wants to snort poke off of my dick. He's gonna fucking get it because he is the man.
Do you want my wife? Do you want? You can have her tonight if you.
Yeah.
We are like playing, Oscar. We're fucking playing.
You want to borrow the fishnets? By all means,
this is
closet right now.
It's midnight. This is what you get.
Yeah, this is late night, guys. The
yeah.
Children should be asleep now.
Oh, Bill, put the kids to sleep. Yeah, you were right, Bill. We should have put the kids to sleep, but not because your kid was dishing out some beating. Ay.
Because your kid got the ass whooping of his fucking century, and let's hope that he's young, he can recuperate, he can make it back. In a weird roundabout way, I know some time ago, several years now, before COVID, we were all, overtly gushing over the new Four Kings, right? With everybody fucking fighting each other. We're getting to the point where now these motherfuckers are fighting one another. Granted, not all in the same weight class, but and I don't think I would still compare them to them regardless, because it's been said many times already. Those guys are not considered, the new dudes are not considered the fucking Four Kings of the old, right? Because they haven't fought one another. But they're getting there. They're getting to the point where we're fighting other. Now we got, a loss on Ryan's record from Gervonta. We have a loss on Devin's record. We have a loss on Teofimo's record. So I'm cool. I'm cool with the fact that I only got one loss on the record. Right? It's not that bad. Yeah, granted, it's not the zero. The only person who's got the zero still is the motherfucker who's hiding, and that's Gervonta Tank Davis. So we'll see how it goes with him and fucking Martin, Frank Martin. I'm hoping for the sake of of Tank, that he wins the fight, right? He is the heavy favorite anyway, and he doesn't just fucking lose. Because, frankly, if you're gonna lose, you might as well lose to the fucking best. Somebody who's heard of a Devin Haney, a Teofimo, a Ryan. It's best to lose to one of those guys and not somebody who's relatively unheard of, like Frank Martin. So, for the sake of him, let's hope he fucking does end up winning, because a loss would probably hurt him much more now, especially somebody who's as unheard of as Frank Martin. But
Gervonta is kind of fucked right now.
He kind of is. He kind of is, right? Because even though we might not like it, that's kind of De La Hoya was saying it. He's like, this guy's the man now, right? He's the face. Is he? I don't know, but it sure as fuck isn't Gervonta at this point.
They're all leaving. Even Teofimo Lopez was like, I can fight at 147. I'll fight Crawford. Gervonta is going to be left with what? Kambosos and Lomachenko? Oh, yeah, good job. Good luck selling a pay-per-view on your Amazon fucking platform with Lomachenko or Kambosos, dude. No one buying that shit. Those two couldn't put on a fight good enough that would sell yours to do 1 million buys. I'm dead serious. They're not known enough. No one in America knows Kambosos or Lomachenko, not the casuals, and their fight together isn't going to bring casuals to that fight that night. So no, he's kind of screwed right now. He didn't strike while his iron was hot. Oh, he has Shakur, but we heard that he doesn't want to fight Shakur, right? We've heard Leonard Ellerby. Everyone kind of say they don't want Shakur. He doesn't make money. He's not exciting. Yeah, we get it. Probably wouldn't be favored either. And I really can't say that because Gervonta is a good fighter. he's got too many people in his ear. He's trying to rob banks. He's not trying to make a legacy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
He's got
clearly because he is now kind of assed out, but he has his he still has his undefeated record. Oh, what he fucking do? You got nothing but that. So yeah, he's pretty much what the equivalent of
who's
Crawford was.
Who's going to be his Pacquiao? Who's going to be his Marquez? Who's going to be his Mosley? Who's going to be his De La Hoya? You still need opponents to make your look worth something. If you're fighting Lomachenko and Kambosos, no one gives a fuck about your undefeated record. You understand? Floyd got paid big money because not only did he have he had opponents that were bringing in big time money. You know what I mean? Like, it was not just Floyd Mayweather that was bringing in all those pay-per-view buys. It was Floyd versus Oscar. It was Floyd versus Hatton. It was Floyd versus Cotto. It's Floyd versus Mosley. These are top-selling fighters. These aren't fucking Kambosos and Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So no, Gervonta's is not going to go that far. He has Stevenson. Maybe him and Stevenson can be a big fight one day. I don't, but then after that, I don't know where they're actually going.
Cepeda maybe coming on, but he still has a long way to go. As far
and those
as
guys aren't the names that I just. Those aren't the names that I just named off.
But eventually maybe. But
Cepeda would have to beat Stevenson for him to become like a you know what I mean, an Oscar or one of those,
or at least take Stevenson's place.
Yeah. He needs a huge win, dude, not just title defenses. These other guys had huge wins. And Mosley beat Oscar, beat Margarito, beat Vargas. Like, that's what made Mosley. He was like the Mexican assassin of L.A. You know what I mean? Like, the dude fucking beat up everybody in L.A. So, yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know where Gervonta's going. Ryan doesn't want to touch the welterweights because there's no PBC guys left there. I think we already talked about this. That's why he's going 154.
What about Boots?
No, Boots just signed with Matchroom.
What's I'm saying? But it's still DAZN. They're on DAZN, so it's an easier path. He's a new, fresh 147.
No, I see him. I see him fighting Fundura, Spence, and Zoo, shit like that. He's gonna be fighting guys like that. He's not gonna fight no Boots. Boots left PBC because Al Heyman wasn't doing shit for him. That's why he left PBC. So those Spence and all those other guys are Spence and Garcia sell. Garcia is gonna sell a ticket wherever he goes, but it really seems like his future is with Al Heyman, bro. I'm glad that he looked at Oscar and said, hey, what are we going to do? That was cool. It kind of seemed like Garcia. Everything's always good when you win, right? When you win, everyone can look at each other and smile. I didn't like how he said, yeah, we could run it back, turned away, and just ran. And then the Fundura fight just rubs me wrong. To me, that was just totally L talking to you. That you had nothing to do with calling out fucking Fundura. That someone put that in your ear. We're going to get you a belt and then we'll get you in a big title fight with, one of the other champions or whatever, and so it's
like we'll get you Charlo, man. We'll get you Charlo. Another
don't be surprised if he turns into Brandon Figueroa. Don't be surprised he turns into Adrian Broner, Robert Guerrero. These guys that were doing fine where they were, get with Al Heyman, are told they can only go to one fucking, go jump 2 weight divisions and take on this guy. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, what the fuck was Brandon Figueroa doing at 154? The guy was a lightweight. Like, what are we doing here? And watch, Ryan's gonna do the same shit. And Ryan, you're talking
about Omar, the brother, right?
Omar Figueroa. I'm sorry, I said Brandon. Omar, yes, yeah, he was a WBC lightweight champ.
And then he disappears for a while, and it comes back. He's a fucking welterweight all of a sudden or something.
Trying to Jose Benavides, another guy. He's a welterweight, and now he's fucking fighting at middleweight. It's like, Al told me to go up and fight this guy. Like, you guys, I don't know. I have no, and the whole thing, now he's working with the Saudi prince, Al Heyman. Did you see that got announced? No, Al Heyman. That has to be over the David Benavides thing. right? I don't think that has anything. That's got to be about David Benavidez fighting the winner of Better Beef and Bivol. But I guess the PBC was down over there negotiating with him this
Oh,
weekend.
and you know another. Do you hear that the David Morrell is gonna move up to some
Yeah.
light heavyweights, and he's another PBC guy. So
Yep.
another potential opponent for either Better Biev or the Bull, whoever ends up losing, I guess. But yeah, another two new PBC entrants into the light heavyweight division.
And that's good for us because it still means that Al Heyman don't have any options at Amazon. If now
Yeah,
he's
right.
if he's talking to this Turkish guy, it's because he needs his money too. Everyone needs the guaranteed money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's a guarantee.
Yep. Yep. So listen, boxing world. My last thing is you guys can't make this fight of the year. We can't reward a dude who told us he fucking flat out cheated. We can't reward it with this.
And is proud of it. And
this is the best thing that I've seen.
And is proud of it. Can you fucking imagine that, dude? Like proud of being deliberately, you know, he swears he just got one over on us. But anyway, yeah. Something tells me it's gonna end up being fucking fight of the year anyway. I mean, I would like to lean towards maybe as if now right
Fury,
now
Usyk.
Yeah, well, but I mean, the fight hasn't actually happened yet. But what we've already know up until now, mid to late April, even fucking Fondora and you know what's his name? And Sue, yeah, Tim Sue. You know, fantastic fight. You know, bloody as shit. It was quite the fucking scene. But you know, we still got I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be the fight of the year by any stretch. But we still have Canelo Munguia, of course, down the line, and then as you mentioned, Fury and Usyk, and then Better Biev than Bivol. So there's a lot of major fights around the corner. So we
cannot
call it
reward a guy who came in 3 pounds
dude,
over.
If there is a vote, I'm gonna vote for that one to not be on the goddamn ballot.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
if it's not a title shot, it shouldn't be any kind of shot at any kind of award or title. I'm sorry. It was a fight. It was literally a fight that took place because they got fucking strong-armed and their dipshit trainer / dad didn't know how to tuck his ego into his pocket and fucking go, no, you're not going to cheat your way into this win. You know, how do you say it, bro? I don't even know if you could decline the fight. You'd have to, next time you see Oscar, you're going to have to talk to him about what, if a fight team doesn't want to go through with the fighter coming 3 pounds over, what happens? You need to ask one of those guys that the next time you're at a fight, all right? Because I want the answer to that. Because I have a son who's fighting, and I want to know what the fuck. Because to me, like, I get it. There's a lot of pressure on these guys, right? The promoter's gonna walk in and go, dude, there's $25 million that we're gonna lose if you guys don't go through with this. I get that side of it. I don't know if it's worth my son getting what happened to Devin today. Because Devin got his ass kicked.
I don't think, like, just going on using that example, it seemed as though let's go with that scenario. Let's go with, you know, Devin, you know, they find out that he's not going to make weight, and he goes to his pops, and pops like, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt, and let's just say for this scenario that they said, fuck it, we ain't doing it. And then comes Oscar or whomever to try to persuade them into doing it. Dude, we'll give you a lot more fucking cash, yada yada. At that moment, do you think potentially or maybe that Devin and his dad are like, well, he's gonna come in out of shape because he's fat. He's gonna do that. We can beat him anyway. Okay, and we're gonna get paid.
But he wasn't fat.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't fat. I know, but I mean, out of shape. You know, not conditioned because he did call. Devin did call Ryan fat a couple of times, even though he wasn't actually fat. But like, do you think that was the mindset? Maybe potentially they did say no at the beginning. They were persuaded not just by cash, but by also thinking, well, we can beat him anyway because he's probably out of shape.
They're going to have to tell me how much cash they got for it. How much millions did you get to have your son take that defeat tonight? I don't know what the cost. I don't know what the price
potential
is.
Career-altering defeat.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this definitely was because, bro, I'm telling you, everyone's licking their chops on this guy now. You touch him, you can break him. That's what tonight showed us, man. Devin Haney doesn't punch hard. Dude, he hit him 5 times to his fucking ribs. Doesn't even. Ryan gets mad and throws like 10 more punches at him. He didn't hurt Ryan. He fucking was bam, 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 5 times. I counted them on the highlights. Doesn't do shit. You think if Chavez or Roberto Duran hit you 5 times in the liver, maybe you might take a knee?
Yeah.
Maybe.
At least squint your face as
a
little bit, you know?
Yes. Not get mad and fucking throw a combo back. He was like, Ryan was like, motherfucker. Yeah. Ryan started digging on him. I was like, oh, fuck. That pissed him off. Yeah. I was like, keep doing it. But damn, that made him mad. That didn't actually hurt him.
Yeah. Like, now go clinch, please, David. Please go clinch for a little bit and make sure he doesn't get too pissed off. And I'm gonna try asking somebody a question. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find and ask him like what happens, because didn't this happen with the third Corrales Castillo?
Yeah,
right?
It was
because Castillo came in like heavy again. And at that point, Corrales was like, "No, I'm out of here." Or was it the other way around? Was it Corrales? I keep forgetting, because I know at one point later on in his career, Corrales couldn't make like 140 even, so he ended up going to 147 and fighting Joshua Clottey or something like that afterwards. But I don't remember that third fight did not happen.
Yeah, and I told you I went home.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. See, so I mean, damn. I mean, I still want to ask, how does it happen? What is the fallout of it? How does it happen? Or do they still get paid? Do they not get paid? Does somebody get fined? What the fuck happened? I want to ask those kind of questions, because I don't know what the hell happened. Because what would have happened? I mean, in this particular fight, let's say,
like I said, to me, Devin would have had a straight victory, bro. The whole boxing world would have said Ryan was a piece of shit this whole fucking time. We're not surprised. He's 3 pounds over. Fights off. There's nobody's mad at Devin. Everyone would have been mad at Oscar, Hopkins, and his dad, Ryan's dad, because they're the ones that couldn't control their kid. They couldn't control him. I don't give a shit that he won the fight. He came in 3 pounds heavy, drinking a fucking beer on the scale. You never controlled him. At the presser after the fight, I drank every day. Bernard's like, yeah, don't do it. I don't care. I did it, and I won. They can't control him. No one would have blamed Haney's. They would have blamed them. Your team is whack. Okay, the kid's got a great left hook. I'm glad he's got that. But your team is fucking whack. Derek James couldn't control him. He's over here, Derek James is my dad. So he didn't tell you not to go out on a Monday? He didn't tell you maybe going, and then I won't even get in. It sounded like he said drinking and driving, but I'm not even getting into that. He was like, I was drinking and I was I was drinking. Yeah. He was like, yeah, you better watch yourself. Another what's funny? Dumbass fucking comment.
At the 12th round, it almost looked like, I mean, if you remember, now I have to go back and watch it again. Derek James looked kind of pissed. He was like, I think they were at the corner and they brought in the stool and like he hadn't sat down yet, Ryan. And then he basically had to like put Derek James put his hands on like Ryan's shoulders, like here, and like sat his out like, motherfucker, sit down, hurry up, we got a fucking minute, let's get this recollecting, right? And he's like, pay attention to me, and I swear he was like seconds away from slapping him and be like, dude, look at me, because Ryan was kind of like, oh,
you're right,
Yep. And then he was just like, dude, listen to me, motherfucker, and he had to like damn near check him, like reality check, homie. One more round, we gotta. Don't fucking let him off the hook. And that's the reason when he was telling Ryan, like, don't play with this motherfucker. Don't play with this motherfucker. And then he goes out there and he does the shit. I'm like, he just gave away the fight. I thought, on my scorecard. Right. But anyway, yeah, like nobody can control him. Not even fucking coach in the damn fight. Like,
and you're absolutely right. Another thing that I brought up on the call. That he wasn't eye contacting the trainer. I said it, dude. I say it on the call. I'm like, he's not listening to Derek James. Derek James is talking, and Ryan, you can see Ryan's fucking this. Yeah, good observation by you. Yep, yes, sir.
And maybe we didn't see a train wreck tonight. Maybe it was a success. We'll say, but it's coming. It's coming. If this continues and he doesn't change his ways, you best believe it's going to catch up to him, and you best believe that train wreck is going to eventually happen.
Yeah, because other fighters, like, Devin Haney Terrence Crawford and Teofimo Lopez don't have the flaws that people said Devin Haney had tonight, right? The pillow hands, the weak chin. These are things that were brought up constantly during this build up for the fight. And so Devin totally got exposed, man. Like, I'm sorry, when you're hurt 4 times and in the biggest fight of your career you're dropped 3 times, you're exposed.
But I see that's the thing though. Is he though? Because everything else,
bro, he was dropped
him,
3
I
times.
know. But we talk about him still killing himself to make 140. Ryan not.
Oh yeah.
That. His people, his corner saying, yes, let's go through with it anyway. So if he was exposed to any degree, could it be that they're just not that fucking smart up here business-wise, that they should have walked away? Maybe that's what they were exposed. But in the ring, that was too late.
His chin was definitely exposed. Now, I don't know if 7 pounds is going to help him with that. It might. There's a possibility 7 pounds helps his chin. But right now, Devin don't have a chin for the upper class. He really don't. Bro, people thought he lost to Lomachenko. You could put that out there, and there's going to be a million people say he didn't win that fight. So this is his second fight against the elite class. This one he lost. That one was suspect. He's hurting both of them. Dropped 3 and 1. Nah, dude. We're starting to get a lot of stats on Devin, and we're seeing hurt, drop, and probably hurt on a few other occasions. Didn't get dropped, but he was definitely round 1. Hello, round 1. He's hurt twice
right off the bat.
So
yeah.
So dropped 3 times, wobbled 2 more times that we know of, and I know I'm missing some more. Nah, dude, the chin is not good right now. Now, granted, his dad fucked him by making him fight a man who was training for 143, not 140. That is so big that Ryan admitted to training for 143 because that's 3 pounds of muscle that Devin did not have. Devin added his weight with water, with food. He did not overnight gain 3 pounds of muscle and then 10 pounds because he ate a steak. He gained 13 pounds because he ate. That's it. That's all that's there. Ryan came in with 3 pounds of muscle on your kid, and you allowed it. And you said he was going to knock him out and all this other bullshit. I'm not saying to fire him, but he definitely should be he should be turning into Ryan Garcia and be bringing in another trainer. Have your dad still there, but you had no adjustments in these last 4 rounds, dude. You couldn't move away from the left hook. And I didn't get to listen a lot because I didn't want to get kicked off by putting up the volume too much on my TV. So I don't get to really hear what Bill is saying to Devin during the rounds.
You don't have the closed captioning?
I didn't think about that. And sometimes I hate closed captioning because it takes away from my screen. I didn't even think about that though. But not saying to get rid of him, but you might want to think about bringing in someone who's got a little bit more under their belt than me and my son been doing this from day one. Because there was a lot of flaws tonight. The biggest one was I was sleeping on the left hook. You shouldn't have been, because your dad should have been in your fucking ear in round 2 about the fucking left hook, and then round 3, and then round 4, and then round 5, because that's all he got. So we're never getting away from the left hook, because that's all he fucking had, Devin. And if I'm Bill, I'm a little upset that you even said that on the stage, because you make me look like an asshole by me not even having my son ready for the only punch that we had to be scared of. He hit him with the right hand. He never hurts him.
They never fucking hurt. Hell no, he doesn't fucking hurt him. And the time that Ryan was stunned, it was with Devin's left. I think they exchanged left hooks, and he ended up cracking him and stunned him a little bit. So he can be hurt. I want to, when we're done with this, I want to try to title this episode something along those lines, because I know tomorrow, the day after, there's going to be a lot of trainers who are going to come out and be like, yeah, I don't think Bill should have allowed it to continue, and we want to get our word out there first, in other words. But
so what are you talking about? What do you?
Just like our title. I guess we can talk about it after the show. But just something like Devin failed or Bill failed Devin by allowing him to proceed with the fight and not backing out or something. That's just
I'm gonna put in something. Devin won this fight on the scales, loses in the ring. Yeah. Devin won this fight on Friday, man. This fight is a clean sweep, man.
And then Ryan cheating, like blatantly, because that's pretty much what it is. When you go as far as to deliberately go against the rules and, totally willing to pay the fine and then admit that you fucking did it on purpose. Yeah, you're cheating. So
unfortunately, when you tweet it out and you write it on Instagram and you write it on, I think it was Instagram, not Twitter or X. Yeah, we can go back and even grab it where he's like, you guys think I was going to kill myself to make that weight? Ha ha, joke's on you. Like, what the fuck? What, boxing is so weird sometimes. And then Oscar, like, he's the champ. No, he's not. Like, they're all happy. He's got number one, baby. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? That's Bill's fault. I'm telling you, it's Bill's fault. I know it. That's why they can't say anything.
It's a chain reaction. It's a set of events, a chain of events that brought us to this. It was him and his dumb shit, leading up to the fucking fight, and then him not making weight deliberately, admitting it, and then Bill and Devin deciding to proceed with the fight anyway, no one telling them not to, because we don't know what exactly happened behind closed doors. We don't know if at any point Devin and Bill legitimately thought about not going through with the fight. We don't even know if that even crossed their mind. We would like to think that they did, but anyway, 1.5 million certainly makes it a little bit easier.
What another one where this happened was Mayorga De La Hoya. Do you remember Do you know the backstory on that fight? Mayorga in the locker room.
Fought at 150. They didn't fight at 154.
Yeah, but watch this. So Mayorga, the day of the fight. Oh no, dropped my chair. Mayorga, the night of the fight, supposed to go down, get wrapped up. They're like, "Where's Ricardo at?" John King, I don't know. They start calling. Who fuck's Ricardo Mayorga? The fights are happening, dude. It's on.
The card already started. Okay.
The card started. This dude isn't in the ring yet. He isn't in the arena yet. He's in his room eating pizza. And Don King's like, "What the fuck, dude? You got to come down. It's fight time." He goes, "No, I want more money. If you don't give me more money, I'm not coming." So Don was like, "I'm not giving you more money." Don King's like, "Fuck you." So they're fucking stalling, dude. And I think it was Oscar and Eric Gomez will go up to Don King and go, "If you don't get him," or not, Oscar's fighting, so it's Eric Gomez and Schaefer. "If you don't get him down here, we're gonna fucking sue you guys for your whole purse and some." Don King goes upstairs and rewrites a new check or a new contract for him, gives him more money. Dude comes down and gets knocked out in a few rounds because he's so fucking fat. He's just eating pizza up in the room. Strong-armed and got rewarded for it. What? Tonight they strong-armed him, right? They at the day before they go, "Ha ha, joke's on you. I'm not making weight," and they get rewarded for it. "Number one, baby, number one. The face. I'm the face of boxing." What? It's hella weird, bro. Yeah, how boxing is like this.
It's I tell people, when I try to explain to people the sport of boxing, and not that I'm like the most knowledgeable, but I know of it, especially with stories like these. It's the wild west of sports. It's legitimately the fucking wild west, dude. Everything gets negotiated, from who's on the left side of the poster, who's on the right, what gloves, what size ring, who comes out first, all that shit. So that's
watch this. Wow. Let me see if I can find this for you.
You're gonna try to find him admitting to the shit?
So my cousin texted me on Friday. So Garcia didn't make weight. Now he has to pay Haney and the belt's off the table. So what's the point to watch? Ryan is a joke. And I respond with, if you're a Garcia fan, there might not be a reason. He's trying to cheat for a W. Haney could have declined. He is choosing to make more money and risk the fight. Right? And that's what played out tonight. He wins. He cheated his way to a victory, and now he's the face of boxing. Now it's the fight of the year. Come on, people. We
Now, you know
can't
what?
be.
One more thing I want to mention, and this is just not pointing fingers. I'm simply putting on my tinfoil hat, going into conspiracy theory mode. Let's hope, because I have my doubts that he was clean during this whole fucking thing, that he doesn't end up testing positive for some bad substance afterwards, further tainting this victory that they're so fucking proud of. So watch him, piss hot for some shit.
I would take blood. If I was the Haneys,
right?
I would demand a blood test and a urine test. And I know they probably did because I think they did VADA. But you're absolutely right, bro. And you're absolutely right. Unfortunately, a lot of the mistakes were coming from the Haneys, though.
For tolerating it, for allowing it to happen.
For allowing it to happen, for not having a great game plan, for allowing your son to say that he fell asleep on the left hook. A lot of this blame goes to them tonight. He said you can't tell me that you took Ryan seriously and in the same breath tell me you didn't think that you slept on his favorite punch. You obviously didn't take him serious. The fuck were you guys doing? Unless he just had a mental lapse during the fight and forgot about everything, which could have happened because that first round he's buzzed pretty fucking quick, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, he's hurt pretty
I
fast.
thought he was just like he got caught cold. I thought so it was. He hasn't warm up the fucking chin, and then he'll be fine the rest of the fight. Well, obviously that didn't happen because he did get stung later on in the fight. But that's what I thought immediately happened. I was like, oh shit, because it was one of those when Vladimir Klitschko got upset. You know what I'm saying? I was against Corey Sanders. I think it was. That's what I thought it was. I was like, oh fuck, you know what? Corey caught him cold. Boom, knocked his ass out. Like it happened. There's gonna be a rematch and it'll be fine. And then ultimately the rematch never happened. But I thought that's what it was when he clocked him, huh?
Did you see the sparring match between Devin and Ryan?
I saw bits and pieces of it. Yeah,
and it looked like Ryan was giving it to him.
Well, I mean, they edited it that way, right? I mean,
it's still even in his highlights. His highlights are pretty good of him handling and giving it to Devin. Do you think Ryan and them already knew that if you hit that kid on his button, he can't take it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm certainly. I mean, they might have thought that. They might have thought, and I guess ultimately it was proven right. But maybe they did already have
because the highlights were pretty good. I know it was edited, but it was some pretty good. Fucking Ryan is throwing some good combinations, or it looked like Devin is just being overwhelmed by the speed, man.
He has this like deer in the headlight reaction to those fucking combinations coming in. Yeah. Which I mean, maybe I guess that does make a lot of sense. I mean, we like to think that sparring sessions aren't the same, but sometimes it is.
Because I mean, he kept saying, "I'm gonna knock his head off." He kept saying, "I'll knock him out in the first round." Literally, almost did. Like his confidence was just up here this whole time. You know what I mean? Maybe him and his dad did know something about Devin in the amateurs. Or Devin growing. They known each other. They've known each other for a very long time. But nah, it's not fight of the year, people. Please don't give it fight of the year. Please don't. Ryan sells tickets. He's not the face of boxing. Ryan would get his ass handed to him by fucking Terrence Crawford. Let's do Lopez. Why isn't anyone talking Lopez, Miguel? Why are we constantly hearing these fucking big guys act like Teofimo Lopez ain't the fucking man? He's undisputed twice, bro. He's undisputed twice, and everyone acts like he's not even on the radar. It's a fucking shame, dude. Why isn't Lopez at the fight? It's in New York.
Yeah, that's true, huh? It is in New York, yeah.
Why ain't you standing on a fucking chair yelling like Hector Camacho? You know what I mean? You're Teofimo Lopez, man.
I mean, literally, like some time ago, well, a few years ago, before I want to say it's right after Lomachenko loses to Teofimo, I think, where Teofimo and Devin are on what is it? Is it a DAZN card or something like that? But anyway, they're like talking mad shit to one another, right? It's like talking about calling each other the email champ or whatever the fuck it is. They're going back and forth on it, right? It's just like, all right, clearly there's a backstory. Obviously, these guys have been wanting to fight since back then. Why wasn't Teofimo ringside?
Yeah, and then you hear Bill when they're all, will you ever fight Teofimo? Will you fight He's like, yeah, I'll talk to his dad when I get back to Vegas. I'll go to the liquor store.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
So there's a history there of these guys knowing each other too. But it's like DAZN don't talk about Lopez. You know what I mean? That nobody's talking. You don't see Oscar. The big fight now is Ryan and Teofimo. Like, it is the big fight. That should be the big fight, dude. That dude has been undisputed. That dude has hella titles. Like, I don't get it, man. I feel sorry for Lopez, but no, Ryan's not the fucking face. He sells tickets, but you can't reward a cheater. That's like saying he got caught on steroids, but hey, you know what? You're the best fighter in the world. It's like, no, dude, no. And if he never would have said that I didn't try to make the weight, I couldn't argue this. But I can go grab the fucking tweet where he's literally laughing at the Haneys saying, "You thought I was gonna make weight? Ha 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 ha." Come on. Sucks. It sucks. Boxing sometimes. I swear to God. Because you got to defend this shit. You know what I mean? One, I got to defend his fucking jackass antics or whatever, his stunts he was pulling. Now he got to defend the whole... If Dana was smart, he'd talk about this shit too. Yeah, 3 pounds and now you're the fighter of the year? Cool. Good job, boxing.
Was it? I wouldn't put it past Dana to do something.
Yeah.
Maybe we're talking too soon. Maybe he will say that shit. I'm sure. All we gotta do is go look at his fucking Instagram or his X or Twitter or whatever and see. Because when you talked about Teofimo, I'm like, let me go see Teofimo's Twitter account. Let's see what the fuck he's saying. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if these guys are, because I've already seen some funny shit from people. I mean, they were like content creators, but have you ever seen that meme where that guy, that black dude, has got like a yellow blazer and he's like looking behind the fucking right?
Yeah.
Somebody put like I think Gervonta's face there or something like that. Right?
Nice.
Something along those lines. It's like funny stuff, right? But it's not from Gervonta directly. So yeah, I want to see people's reactions, fighters' reactions to this fight, specifically Gervonta and Teofimo and whatnot. But damn, what a fucking circus! Let's hope this doesn't end up being no goddamn fight of the year. I mean, the fight was entertaining. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but considering all the things around it, it doesn't deserve to be up there.
No, it doesn't, man.
It doesn't even get on the fucking vote. All right. Well, anything else you want to add to this? Because I think
damn,
pretty much
Ryan,
dragged the shit. Huh?
Ryan is posting hell of free shots of Devin getting rocked by the hooks. And there are not good pictures. Devin's not going to get through. Man, it's going to be hard for him to get through this one. There's some bad pictures on the internet right now. His eyes are...
Yeah, they're rolling. Yeah, right. What's his name? The commentators. I'm trying to think. Sean Porter, and fucking what's her name? Clarissa Shields. They were there, and they were talking about how this being his first loss and how difficult it's going to be with somebody losing to somebody like Ryan, who's already posting this shit online. Yeah, it's going to be even harder to.
Dude, there's one where Devin's face is in his chalk.
In his what?
In his crotch.
Oh. That's fucking,
he's like, his mouth is open. Bro, it's such a bad picture. It's so fucked up.
A quote of fucking Ryan, what he said. He's like, "I'll put my dick in your mouth."
Yeah,
like,
dude.
That on
how can something so bad happen to the good guy in the in the fight? Right? He was the guy that took it serious. He was the guy that did said all the right things. Yeah, here's a picture of you and his fucking your mouth on his cock.
Oh man.
Oh, this is so fucked up, bro.
And this is just the beginning, dude.
That might be the picture of the year.
It's gonna be on the Sports Illustrated cover. Is that what you were trying to say?
It's terrible. Nah, you can't see it. You guys will
I'll pull it up.
It's fucking
we'll see
terrible, man.
This is quite the.
I was. Look at Jake Paul is going crazy. Jake Paul, he thinks he's signing Ryan too. Remember, they got that O'Malley fight that they want to do. Yeah, so Jake Paul's happy as fuck right now. He might even have Ryan Garcia's action here in a little bit. Hey, remember, Ryan calls all the shots. Ryan calls all the shots. He was slapping the table on that shit. Whatever you say, Ryan, he is king. Shut up, Bernard. You're fucking fired on Monday.
I know, right? Like, Bernard, you don't know shit about boxing, Bernard.
You know what, Bernard? In the 20 years that you've been by my side, what champion have you brought me?
Yeah. Who signs your checks, Bernard? Don't forget that.
All right. That it, bro? Are we done at 1:30 in the morning?
I think that's it, yo, because I
Oh,
have
it's
nothing
only
else.
one.
Yeah, it's like 10 till 1. We got a nice hour and a half show. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much does it for now. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more later. So we'll be back very soon. And thank you all very much for joining us in this wacky fucking world we call boxing. We'll be back very soon, and I hope you enjoy this show. By all means, share it, like, comment, all that other crap, right, that we normally do. Have yourselves a very, very good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.